Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Jason here, and I am super excited for today's video. A lot of new subscribers have come to the channel. A lot of people have been asking, hey, I went into Ross, I found these pair of shoes, I found this clothing item. I'm just not sure how to look it up and determine if it will be a profitable flip or not. Well, we're going to cover all that and more in today's video. So be sure to go ahead and hit that thumbs up button to let me know that you're enjoying content like this. And if you're new to the channel, I do this part-time. I go to Ross, pick up items, flip them on the side, and make extra profit and extra income on the side. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is how to identify the style number in a pair of shoes or clothing item. So let's jump right in. So the items I picked out that we're going to identify how to look up the style number on eBay is a pair of Nike Air Jordans, and all of this was bought from Ross. Just recently picked these up. These are actually going to be for me, but we'll look them up anyway. These are some Adidas shoes. The other common shoe that you're going to find at Ross besides Nike and Adidas is going to be Under Armour. I don't have a pair of those, but I will screen share a picture of their tag. Under Armour style number is very similar to Nike, so kind of makes it easy to learn that. Got a t-shirt here, and then we got a hat. So let's start down here. So you're in Ross and you come across these pair of shoes, they're Nikes, you're like, hey, these have got to be worth some money. So where do you look for the style number? It's going to be inside the shoe. On Nikes, like this one, it's either going to be on the tongue or it's going to be on the side, inside sides of the shoe. So let's take a look at this one. So here we go. So on this one, that's coming through clearly, your style number on this one is going to be the CU0681-008. That is what you're going to type into eBay to determine, what these are going for. We'll get into that in just a second. So that's what your style numbers normally look like on Nike. For Adidas, it's right here. It's going to be this FU6618. That's all you got to type into eBay. Now, if you notice, this one has a barcode too. I do not suggest scanning the barcode unless that's the only thing you have to look up the item. The reason being is in eBay, a lot of sellers do not put the barcode. So if you scan this barcode, it may come back and say, hey, there's none of these on eBay, when in reality, there could be hundreds. Just simply because a lot of eBayers do not put the UPC in there, unless that's the only identifying factor for the item. Here's a Nike shirt. Again, this is super simple. Nike has a tag attached to all theirs, and up top is going to be your style number, which is BQ0066-43. Well, what about a hat, Jason? Like, how do we look up a hat? So hats are a little bit different. If it's a Nike hat, it should have a tag just like this, and it'd be very simple. But if it's a 5950 hat like this Steelers is, you're going to have a barcode. And yes, I know I just said don't normally scan the barcodes on eBay, but with this hat, we have no other way to look it up unless we just typed in Pittsburgh Steelers 1933 5950 hat, which that would probably work. But in this case, I would scan the barcode on this one, and we'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so the two apps that I'm going to be using today is going to be the eBay app, because that's going to be the #1 app. And then the second app I'm going to be using is the GOAT app. So I would highly suggest you download both if you haven't already. GOAT is just a platform where you can sell shoes on. And the way GOAT works is if you sell a pair of shoes on there, you ship it, the shipping label they send you has you ship it to the nearest GOAT authentication center. They authenticate the shoes and then send it to the customers, so the customer knows they're getting a pair of authenticated shoes. They're not getting some fakes. But what I like to use GOAT for, I do sell on there, but I'm mostly use it as a backup to eBay. So if I find a pair of shoes and I'm not 100%, whether I should buy them or not, I'll check the prices on GOAT versus eBay and see if it can confirm my theory or not. All right, so let's start with these Jordans. So here's how we're going to look these up. We have to get our style number off the tongue here, which is going to be this CU0681-088. So I'm going to take out my phone and open the eBay app, and we're going to look that style number up. All right, so I've opened the eBay app on my phone, and at the top you'll see where it says search for anything. That is where we're going to type in our style number. So what I'm going to do is simply tap that, and then I'm going to type in that style number, which was CU0681-008. and it brings up the current style of shoe that's for sale. So let's scroll through these and look at how many are for sale. This is a very good gauge of should you buy the shoe or not. I'm seeing a lot for sale, 106, 108, 100. Looks like a lot of people are asking $100 or more for this shoe, but look, I'm still scrolling. There are a lot of these for sale, which is not necessarily a good thing. It means we got a lot of competition and a lot of options for potential buyers. Look at this. I am still scrolling. This is a lot of shoes for sale for one certain style of shoe. So let's go back up top and let's narrow it down, and let's go back to the search bar and let's type in 12, which is the size of the shoe, and let's see how many 12s are for sale. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You get my drift? There's over 20, about 23 for sale. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 12 out, and I'm just going to look at the solds. Let's see what has actually sold. So you're going to hit filter, then you're going to click show more. You're going to scroll down to solds, and then here we go. We're now looking at all the solds. 31, 109, 80, 80, 100, 70, 80, 100, 100. Somebody sold one for 30, 119. You kind of get my drift. But look, a lot of these are selling. So in my opinion, this shoe will definitely sell. It'll sell anywhere between $80 and $100. But it's probably going to take a little while for this shoe to sell. So are you willing to hold on to this one for a little while? So now that we know this shoe will eventually sell, you got to try to factor in how much does the shoe cost, how much are you going to sell it for, and are you going to make a profit? The best way to do it is if the shoe costs $50, you need to sell it for $100 or more on eBay. You need to double that number. That is what I usually use. Remember, on eBay, any athletic shoe of $100 or more, there are no fees from eBay, so it's real simple to calculate it. If you buy a shoe for $50, you sell it for $100 on eBay, that's a $50 profit. It's going to cost you anywhere between $9 and $12 to ship a pair of shoes, so you're going to make around $40, depending on where it goes, off that shoe in net profit. So that's how you calculate how much money you're going to make off the shoe. Now, if the shoe is $40 and you're going to sell it for $80, I wouldn't pick that up, because at $80, eBay's going to charge you anywhere between 13 and 15% in eBay fees. So just keep that in mind. If I'm buying a shoe for $40, I honestly need to sell it for close to $100 in order for it to make sense for me. So if you're still confused or not satisfied with what eBay told you about those Jordan shoes we just looked up, you can use an app called Goat. You can actually sell the shoes on here, and you can look them up and see what Goat's asking. If Goat's asking a similar price to what eBay is, then you can feel confident that that shoe is going to sell for around that price. One thing to keep in mind about the Goat app is they do not have every shoe on there. They deal mainly in higher end shoes, so if you type in a style number and it's not in there, Goat just doesn't have that one in their inventory, and you're just going to have to go off your eBay comps. So Goat is very similar to eBay. At the top search bar up there, you touch that and you go ahead and you type in your style number, which is going to be the CU0681-008, and there's our shoe right there. So you're going to go ahead and tap on that. And at the bottom is the prices. So our size 12 that we have, people are asking $90 for it. You can scroll left to right and look at other sizes, 100, 105, 108. So these are consistently going for $100, or at least the people on Goat are asking $100 or more. So based off this information and comparing it to what we just looked at on eBay, I would be confident that this shoe would sell anywhere between $90 and $100, as long as you're willing to wait a while for the right buyer to come along. All right, so now let's analyze a shoe that sold within 2 days for me, that sold super quick. And I actually found 2 different pairs of these, and they both sold within a couple of days. These shoes here are the Nike Zoom Pegasus Turbo 2 Special Edition. So let's just act like we're in Ross and we just ran into these shoes. Let me go over here to my picture that has the model or the style number. Here we go. So there's your style number. It's BV 7758-001. Okay, let's take out the eBay app and let's see if these are worth selling. All right, so we have our eBay app out, and we're just going to do the same thing we did in the others. We're going to go to the top search bar, type in that BV7758-001 style number, and here are the ones for sale. I see 110, 120, 120. This is already looking good. 170, 150. Now, there are several for sale, so we got to keep that in mind. 180. I mean, people are asking well over 100 for these shoes, so I'm already confident when I go look at the solds here in a minute, it should show us solds of 100 or more. But let's narrow it down a little bit. Let's go up here and type in size 9, which is the size that we just found in Ross. Hey, there's only 2 pair for sale, and the cheapest pair is $149.99 or best offer. So that is another good sign. Now let's go look at the solds and just see overall what has sold of this shoe. There's one that sold for $110. Somebody took a best offer. Doesn't really tell us what that was. Anytime there's a line through the number, that means somebody took a best offer. One sold for $109, $100, $150, $110, $130. You get the drift. So this one is what I consider a slam dunk. Now, on this one, me personally, I don't even have to open the Goat app. I know that these are going to sell for well over 100. But if you wanted to, you could open your Goat app and you could compare what Goat's selling these for versus eBay. And I'll go ahead and tell you, they're right around the same price. Another quick tip when you're looking at sold comps like this on eBay, you need to look and see if they say new other. New other means they don't have a box. If it just says brand new, that means it does have a box. You need to keep that in mind when you're looking at comps for yours, whether it has the box or not. All right, let's take a look at these Adidas Prime Blues and let's see how much these are worth. See if they're worth picking up. So our model number here is that FU6618. Let's go type that in eBay. All right, the next few examples I'm going to go a little bit faster through since you already saw the breakdown of the Nike. So we start out by typing in the FU6618 at the top. We start scrolling and looking at the current shoes that are for sale. I saw a 45, a 60. Somebody's asking 100, a 42, a 51, 100. And we're also, as we're looking at the prices, noticing there are a lot of these for sale. So remember, a lot for sale can be a bad sign. So definitely keep that in mind as you scroll. So it looks like there's probably about 30, 40 pair for sale, maybe even more. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to the top and I'm going to type in the size that I bought. That way I can narrow it down and see how many of the ones I bought are for sale. I typed in a 10, which is what I bought. And there really aren't too terribly many. And a lot of people are asking anywhere from 60 to 100 for them. Somebody's got one there for 50, which is not good. Now we're going to go over and hit the filter button and we're going to look at the solds, but first I'm going to take the size 10 out. So we go down, we click solds, click on the highlight there, and then this is going to show us what's sold. Some people are selling these things brand new without box for $25, 41, 55, 49. Whoa, somebody got 120, somebody got 107. So these prices are all over the place, and there's not a whole lot of sold. So this is a perfect example of a shoe that you would not want to buy to resell. Reason being, there are well over 20 for sale, only 7 sold, and the solds range from anywhere between $25 and 100. So I would definitely leave this shoe behind. All right, let's look up the Under Armour. I'm going to screen share to show you the Under Armour. Okay, here's an example of the Under Armour style number. You can see there, it looks just like the Nike one. It's very similar. For this particular shoe, the style number you would type in eBay would be 1215467-103. You type that in eBay, it will bring back all the returns, show you how many are for sale and of that exact shoe. So we're not actually going to type this one in eBay, but I wanted to show you a picture of where that style number was on an Under Armour shoe. So if you run across one, you can look it up. Okay, so we're not going to actually look this one up. I do have this one for sale on eBay, but again, the way to look this up is by the style number there, which is that BQ006643. All right, so let's take a look at the hat. So the hat doesn't have a style code that we can look up. So with this one, we are going to have to scan that barcode. Well, Jason, how do you scan the barcode? Well, let's go over to the eBay app and take a look.
All right, in the eBay app, there's a camera button. You're going to press that. It's right up in the search bar, and then you're just going to simply scan the item. See how quick that was? And it returns 3 results for this hat. Somebody's got one for $40, somebody's got one for $36.99, and someone's got one for $39.99 plus shipping. So scanning a barcode is that simple. Now we are going to go to the solds. There are no solds showing on this one, but I actually did pick this hat up because I mentioned it in the video. The Pittsburgh Steelers are having a phenomenal year. It's a really good looking hat. And there was one sold when I picked this one up for $38, but solds are for 90 days. So after 90 days, it falls off. But in my opinion, this was a good hat to pick up. I just went with gut feeling on it. Okay, that'll do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that those of you who are new to selling from Ross and on the eBay app, I hope you learned a lot. If you will, drop me a comment below. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if this was informative. Did I go too fast? Did I go too slow? I want to make sure that I'm making videos that y'all are enjoying and that it's going to help you out there reselling. So as always, I appreciate everybody watching. Good luck out there reselling, and I'll see you in the next video.